Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about which company has the best World Heavyweight title belt. Now this list is my opinion, so please don't take anything I say personal or get angry about some of my selections on this list because it of course is my opinion. Now I have WWE on this list 3 times, one for NXT, one for WWE Championship, and one for the Universal title. Because while they are the same company, they are 3 major different brands and their belts are treated as such. Now, I do not have the United Kingdom title because I don't believe it's called the UK or United Kingdom World Championship. I just think it's the United Kingdom belt. And NXT UK is not that big of a brand. So let's get right into the list with the ugliest belt in existence, or at least I could find, of a major company. And that is Major League Wrestling's World Heavyweight belt. Now, this belt is absolutely disgustingly ugly. The main plate is huge. It makes the whole belt look ridiculous. It looks like a toy that you could find at the dollar store. I mean, it's comedically large. It dwarfs everyone who wears it. And this belt just looks ugly. It features 6 plates, 4 side plates, the main plate, and a property plate. The main plate is just so plain and boring. I mean, it has etching. It has a little bit of etching. It has a lot of etching. The Major League Wrestling pops really well. I mean, maybe that was their intention. Features a lot of black paint. There are no replicas for this belt, but I do believe the booker/owner said that they were shopping around for a company. I mean, I don't know who would want one, but I feel more replicas available, the better for everyone. I mean, I know there's people who like this belt. It's completely ugly. But, I mean, to each their own. So, moving on is the AAA Mega Championship, I think it is. Now, personally, I don't hate this belt as much as I hate the Major League Wrestling belt. Now, this belt, it looks like trophy metal, and I think it probably is, but it features the gems, and there's no real holders, no real design in the plate. I do like the, I think that's an Aztec symbol. It looks really cool. There's no leather work at all on this belt. No stamping, nothing. It looks like it was just thrown together. The side plates are kind of cool. I think that this is in Spanish, Champion AA. Now, no replicas for this belt, and it's not actually ugly. So, the next belt's on here. The only belt I really hate is the Major League Wrestling belt. All these other belts I like, but not as much as others. So this belt is kind of cool. I mean, I think this is their main title in AA, or AAA. Sorry, I want to just say AAA, but belts are not a big deal in Lucha Libre, as are mask and hair. So you'll see more mask versus hair matches than you'll see title matches. I think Kenny Omega is the current AAA champion. He beat Dragon Lee for it, or not Dragon Lee, I'm sorry, Phoenix, and I think that was his first or second defense in a year. So next up we have the ROH World Championship. Now this belt, it's not ugly, it's just there's nothing unique about it at all. I mean, it features the raised ROH logo, the World Champion, the red banners, or the red gems. Now, maybe this belt wouldn't be as bad if they didn't have such a beautiful belt before this. Now, they had to change the design because of a lawsuit, I believe, and they went with Wildcat. Now, Wildcat does some really nice belts, and I don't hate this belt as much as I hated the other 2, of course, because it's higher up in the list. But there's just something about it. They reused a lot of aspects from their other belts, like the tag team title and the television title in this design. It does feature nameplate, the crown. I feel like almost all the world title belts should have an eagle, but it doesn't. It features. Oh, I actually thought, there are no animals on here. I thought there were lions here, but it looks just like design with the crown. This belt isn't ugly. It looks really weird when people wear it, though, in my opinion, and maybe that's why I don't like it. There are replicas available of this belt. They're absolutely trash. The plates. The strap looks nothing like this. It kind of loops in like that, and the plates are so close together that they hit. The company who makes it did a terrible job on making this belt. So moving on to the next belt, this is what I said, I'm probably going to upset some people, and that is the NXT World Championship. This belt, it's not ugly. It's 1,000 times better than the previous version. It features the removable side plates, NXT with the X looking massive on the belt. Excuse me. The leather work looks really good. I think this is a Leather Rebels belt. I think they did a good job. It's not as good as most of the other belts, but there's something different about this belt I don't really like. Maybe there's no real detail in the plates, just these lines with silver and this little design here. The removable side plates is such a cool thing. I wish more companies did it. I'm glad WWE did it. I do like it more than the nameplate. A lot of people won't agree, but I feel like the side plates, they're a cool, unique thing that a person could add to a belt. I know Edge, when he was the world champion, he had his nameplate. He had his little rated R symbol. If they could do more things with that with nameplates, I would be fine with it. But moving on from this belt's not terrible. It's actually pretty decent. But here we got is the Universal title. Now, next up is not actually the WWE belt, because I don't hate the WWE belt. I just dislike the choice to go with a blue strap or a red strap when they could go with the traditional black and maybe just do a blue swoosh. Now, I know some people have modified their Universal title or their WWE title, added the blue swoosh, and it looks immensely better than this. So the leather work on here is good. The sidebars look good. The nameplate or the removable side plates look good. This belt looks pretty cool. It's really, really stacked here. The use of jewels look good. I don't hate that they have the logo there, but just the fact that maybe I've gotten used to it. I mean, their past 3 belts I've had it: the WWE current championship, the Scratch Big Logo Championship, and the Spinner just featured the WWE logo massively. And I actually kind of used to it, and I like it a lot. Just wish it didn't have the blue strap. So next up is the 10 pounds of gold. It's pretty high in the list just for the fact that it's so unique, and I mean, it's a classic belt. Now, this belt is kind of boring. It's not been updated in God knows how long. I mean, there's been new belts, but there's no real design to no change to the belt. And I feel like the feel that the NWA right now is going for, it doesn't need to be. So it features the domed globe right there. It's raised National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. World Heavyweight Championship. It features the different, the cool thing about this belt is it features the different side plates out of different countries. Has the US champion, or US right there on the main plate, which is kind of weird. Now, if I was making this belt a ton of years ago, I would add another flag here, or just remove the US flag and put it on a side plate, and maybe put the design right here and mirrored on this side. It does feature a removable nameplate, and there are replicas of this belt available on, I think it's Wrestling Superstore, and you can get a different version pre-owned. Now, I forgot to say, on the WWE NXT title and the Universal title, there are replicas on WWE Shop. So next up, we have the Progress Wrestling Championship. Now, this belt looks amazing. It's made by Leather Rebels as well, and this belt looks awesome. Features 4 gemstones on the main plate, on the top, sides, and the bottom. No nameplate at all. No customizable side plates, which I feel like world titles should have. At least one or the other. I cannot read that. I don't know what that says right there. I think it's maybe strong style of wrestling. I have no clue. All I know is that's strong, or that's style, and that's wrestling. The side plates look really cool on the featuring the Progress logo, the bird, and then it's pretty much the main plate mirrored, except less design in a circular fashion. As you can see, the design kind of goes off the top right there, and probably on the bottom as well. Don't know what the other side plates, I'm wondering if they're just mirrored like this, but the leather work on this belt looks awesome. This belt is so cool, and if the other belts on this list weren't so good, it would be higher. So next up, we have the WWE belt, the WWE Championship. Oh, and on the Progress belt, there are no replicas available. but you can purchase a copy of the belt for I think like $3,000. So next up we have the classic WWE Championship belt. This belt's been around since I think 2013 or 2014, and it's grown on me a lot. Now, a lot of people hate this belt just because the WWE logo is front and center, and it's marketing. People feel it's marketing, and that's of course what it is. They send this out to the athletes, they hold up, they promote their WWE in general by having this belt. Features the gems. The gems look really good on it. The swoosh looks good. I love the black on red, or the red on black. I mean, they toyed with the idea of putting a black swoosh on the belt. Some people liked it. A lot of people liked it. Some hated it. I wasn't a fan of it. I love the way the red pops. It does feature removable side plates. It's made by Wildcat, and actually, right now, there are Wildcat handmade belts on WWE Shop for $5,000, and I would love to have one, but I can't justify spending $5,000. Now, one thing different on the real belt, or the belt now, than on this in this picture is this is now Velcro. Sorry about that. I am kind of sick. Sorry about sniffling. Moving on now is the Pro Wrestling Noah's World Title. Now, this is the newer version. They switched over recently, I think a couple of months ago. And this belt reminds me of the IWGP. It's just kind of a different version. Features the same little etching on the sides. I feel like the gems look awesome. The belt just, I feel like it was something a little off with it. Maybe the etching wasn't there or wasn't right because it looks kind of sloppy. Maybe it's just the lighting in the picture or how close the camera is. It just looks a little off. I don't know who the maker of this belt is actually. Not much I researched about it really said. I love the border of the gold and then the silver in the middle. I love how the gold really highlights the main plate. I think it looks amazing. Does not feature a nameplate or removable side plates. I wish it would feature a nameplate. I don't actually know where they could put one on this belt. Maybe send the plate a little bit down here. But moving on now to number 9 or 10 on the list. I think it is number 10. Is the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be confused on this selection, and I absolutely love this belt. I mean, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the owl right here. This is also a Top Ropes belt. There are no Pro Wrestling Noah replicas available of this design as of right now. But this belt looks awesome. I love the gold and blue. It goes really, really well together. The gold, black, and blue. The owl looks awesome. I love that the Impact Wrestling nameplate or name is raised a little bit. It makes it look really cool. The side plates look awesome, and this belt is amazing. I love it so much. And there's no real etching or designs here. It's just kind of little dot texture. I don't know what it's called, but the side plates are such a unique design. I love the main plate. This belt is awesome. Next up is the AEW World Wrestling Championship belt. I know some people are going to be surprised that this isn't number 1 or 2, but this is number 3 on the list. Now, when I first saw this belt, I disliked it a lot more than I do now. Just for the fact I feel like it's crazy busy. It's almost too busy in a sense. It's like the IWGP and the Impact Wrestling's women's title, or it's a tag, one of the two, made a baby. Now, the belt, I love that it has the nameplate. The AEW raise looks awesome. The side plates are really, really cool. And the belt is really big. Now, I know I said I hated Major League Wrestling's belt because it was massive. But this belt is so much nicer in ways that it's not comedically large and it's a nice size. I love that the world banner right here features the gold design there. It looks awesome. The world on the side, the Earths on the side look really cool. I feel like it's just too busy, and that's why it's not number 1 or 2. Now, number 2 is probably a belt a lot of you have not seen before, and that is the OTT Wrestling World Title. Now, this belt, once again, is kind of busy, but I love it so much for some reason. I could not find a good picture of the belt, so I actually took a picture I think this is Jordan Devlin, and I just turned it sideways and cropped it a little bit. And this belt is awesome. I mean, look at the main plate. Features a masked wrestler, world champion. Does not feature a nameplate, I do not believe. But the dual plating looks amazing on it. The texturing looks awesome. I love this belt so much. And number one, I'm sure not many people are surprised, is the IWGP heavyweight title. There's so much to love about this belt. It is awesome. Now, in this picture, the belt looks a little run down, just a tad bit. And this is before they replace their title with a replica. Right now, New Japan are using a replica as their main title. But this belt is awesome. The dual plating looks phenomenal. The nameplates of their previous champion on the side is such a cool addition. I feel like more companies should use that. The dual plating looks awesome. Just the detail on this belt is amazing. I love it so much. And I forgot to say there are no AEW Championship belt replicas available right now and 0 OTT replicas. Now you can get the IWGP replica belt, and you can only buy it secondhand right now, and it's like $2,000 to $3,000. Might even be $4,000, or you can go with a classic Shield belt, and they're like $2,500, I believe, and it is absolutely worth it. I have the IWGP title right now, right next to me. Actually, I'm looking at it, and it looks phenomenal. I'll link the review in the description below. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this list in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.